And Joseph Kim, who joins me now live from Seoul. Joseph, Trump has said Russia is helping Pyongyang evade these sanctions. What can we make of these comments?
Yes, in an exclusive with Reuters, U.S. President Donald Trump said that Russia is actually helping North Korea evade sanctions. On top of that, he said that while China is doing its part, it could be doing a lot more. Now, what's very interesting about this is that it comes off the heels of this summit in Vancouver on North Korea, and those two countries mentioned are the ones that were missing and not invited to this summit. So it does show that there is discord in the international community in regards to how they must go about with North Korea, especially given the fact that Secretary of State Rex Tillerson did say that sanctions are actually hurting North Korea, and we're starting to see that. But with China and Russia, who have been major players on the Korean Peninsula, especially when it comes to trade with North Korea, missing from this, we see that there is this discord between what the United States, the allies, have on their opinions with North Korea and what Russia and China think on the matter.
And of course, South and North Korea have agreed to march together at the upcoming Winter Olympics. Do you think that this sort of change of tensions or this work toward having a more constructive relationship between the two Koreas could bring about any real result in terms of denuclearizing North Korea?
Well, I think that's the main goal that South Korea has. They've been repeatedly saying that dialogue has to go hand in hand with sanctions in order to try to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula. Now, this is where South Korea really has to try to manage that fine line, especially given that they are engaging in dialogue with North Korea. They're also now having a delegation from North Korea come to Pyeongchang for the Winter Olympics. All the while, the United States is still sending bombers to the region, to Guam specifically, and South Korea and the United States have agreed that they would continue this rotational deployment of strategic assets. This also comes as analysts suspect that North Korea could be potentially test firing another missile, and many are also worried about the fact that North Korea could also have a military parade right before the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. So these are all concerns that South Korea as well as the international community have in regards to Pyeongchang, and whether or not sports diplomacy will actually have a lasting impact, we'll have to wait and see whether that can happen.
And just quickly, Joseph, you talk about sports diplomacy. The two Koreas have decided to walk together under this unification flag at the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. How significant is that?
Well, I think that adds a lot of significance for the South Korean government, at least, who said that it shows that inter-Korean relations are improving. And this is the first time in 11 years since 2007 that athletes have marched under one flag. So it does mean a lot in terms of where relations are now in regards to where they have been in the past. We saw that communication lines between North and South Korea were reestablished when they were severed under the previous administration, and now we also have North Korea participating, sending a delegation to the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. So all of this has contributed to the fact that tensions are easing on the Korean Peninsula, but they are still working towards trying to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula, and that's been the difficult task, especially with North Korea saying that it'll continue to bolster its nuclear and weapons program.